Hello, it is Throwback Thursday, November 16th, 2023. Steve Sipress here, throwing it back 8 years and 1 day to November 15th, 2015. That's the day that my beautiful wife Michelle and I moved from the Chicagoland area, the suburbs of Chicago, to here in Scottsdale, Arizona, which I like to say is the way too hot and way too sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. But during this time of the year, it is spectacularly beautiful weather in the 70s. We actually had something falling from the sky last night that it was just, I don't know what that was. It was unrecognizable. I think somebody called it rain. Yeah, that's it, rain. And I think where they measure the rain at the Sky Harbor Airport in Phoenix, that is the driest, hottest spot in the entire area. So, of course, that's where they measure the weather, feeds their narrative and all that. 0.04 inches of rain. We definitely got more rain here, and everybody in the area got more rain wherever there's actually people. But how about that? Hadn't rained for a couple of months. So always good to see. Saved having to water the plants. But anyway, besides the weather being fantastic here, I learned almost immediately upon arriving what a difference it was for business owners here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area, from the entire state of Arizona, and pretty much all over the country as compared to Chicagoland in Illinois. I ran business meetings. I ran a group called Chicagoland Sharpest Entrepreneurs. We met every month for about 6 years, and I would encourage people to come to the meeting by saying, business is tough, and come here and learn some strategies so you can turn things around and start to make money. And none of that was needed here in Arizona. Almost immediately upon arriving, I realized everyone here is excited about running a business. So when we first moved, you might know how it is when you first buy a home and you move, and suddenly you've got to buy everything. Especially here, we needed some outdoor furniture. You need plenty of outdoor furniture here, and all kinds of new, whatever, things for the kitchen and the bathrooms and the this and the that and the whatever. And my beautiful wife Michelle would be out shopping, and almost every day she'd come back for another store with a business card telling me how excited the business owner was to talk to me. And they'd all be saying the same type of things like, man, they got money to invest. They know there's a ton of money to be made in business here, and they're all excited, and they want to talk to me about ways to grow their business. And I was like, man, I met maybe a handful of people in the about 16 years I lived in the Chicagoland area who were business owners and who were excited about making money in their business. Like I said, they all knew it was difficult, it was tough. It's just a tough business environment in these leftist-run states with their high regulations and high taxes, just choking businesses away. And that's why there's been a ton of movement out of ridiculous authoritarian anti-small business states like California, New York, and Illinois over the past years, going to freedom-loving states like Texas and Tennessee and Florida. And just like clockwork today, I got a notification from ChicagoBusiness.com because I was a featured contributor there on ChicagoBusiness.com. I used to be a featured contributor, so I still get their notifications, haven't turned them off. It lets me keep up to date with a little about what's happening back up in the Chicagoland area. And wouldn't you know it, today, some notification, the Tax Foundation, I think is the name of the organization, came out with a report, and they graded every single state in the U.S. for their tax climate. And Illinois, according to this article, I didn't read it, but I clicked on it. I just saw the headline. It's behind a paywall. That's what it was. ChicagoBusiness.com says you have to subscribe to read the article, and I had no time or interest in doing that. But the headline, as always, which is a little lesson for you when you're advertising and marketing, your headline alone should be enough for people to be interested in whatever you're selling. And so here, the headline was enough to tell the story. It said that the state of Illinois received its worst rating for its tax climate in over a decade. So again, for people to believe the nonsense about climate change, there's no climate change when it comes to the tax climate, evidently, in the state of Illinois, other than it got downgraded. But I mean, how much worse can it be? It's a horrible situation there for business. So we moved here. We've never looked back. I still look out my window every morning. I see palm trees. I see cactus. I see beautiful skies, beautiful scenery, and I say, I must be on vacation. And I put on a stupid red Hawaiian shirt, and then I get to work helping as many small business owners as I can, because I love them, to improve their advertising and marketing. And like I said, here, I have clients all over the world, but here, whenever I meet business owners in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area, man, this is an exciting place to be in business, to do business, especially right now leading up to what's known here as the season, where all the snowbirds come down for the beautiful weather just about now. November, December, January, February, March. This is the time to rake in all kinds of money. Towards the end of that, in March, will be spring training, will be all over the place. We have the Final Four is going to be here next year. We had the World Series this year, and we had the Super Bowl back in this year in February. Like, this is a happening place for people coming all over. Very exciting place to be. Couldn't be happier that we located here to the beautiful Scottsdale, Phoenix, Arizona area. And I wish the same for you. I wish that you build the type of business that you can build a lifestyle where you can work where you want, when you want, with whom you want, and really, as I always say, mix business with pleasure. Enjoy what you do. People ask me, oh, are you planning for retirement? Are you going to retire? Like, retire from what? It's always my response. Retire from helping business owners to improve their business and their lives? Like, does it look like I have calluses on my hand? Am I climbing up onto roofs? Am I doing some manual labor and paving work or something, that back-breaking work? Of course not. I get on the phone. I'm on the phone almost all day long, or doing something on the computer. I'm just helping people all day long. I had a few great conversations today, helping people with their advertising, marketing. I love the light bulbs going off. They're like, oh, that makes sense. I never thought of it that way. This is going to change everything. They go from frustrating advertising and marketing to extremely relaxed and happy with better results than they ever imagined. Obviously, I make money from that, but that also really floats my boat. It gives me a thrill. You might know, if you follow me, anything I write or say, or you hear me interviewed anywhere, I'm always fond of saying I became a business consultant and a business coach. I get that from my mom, who was a school teacher her whole life, and she drilled it into us, my sister and I, when we were kids. You have an obligation when you learn something, teach it to somebody else. So I've always followed my mom's footsteps. I love small business owners. I love teaching them what I know, because small business owners need to advertise and market your business completely differently than big companies. And most small business owners, the overwhelming majority, just don't get it and don't do it. Leads to frustration. And I tried this and it didn't work, and I tried that, it didn't work, tried this, didn't work, and then they come to me, and then suddenly everything works, because we put the right messaging together that's going to attract the right ideal customers, clients, patients, members to the business. Why would I ever retire from doing that? I love doing it. I love the results, and I love what I call the rippling effect, that I help the business owners, which helps their family, their employees' families, their vendors, their suppliers, their customers, their clients, their patients, their members, their whole community. It's a rippling effect. I have a vicarious thrill that, even though I know nothing about the doing end and the operations of the business, but I help in the key, most important aspect of any business, which is revenue and profit. Without that, there is no business. Anyway, we're loving it here. Hope you're loving it wherever you are, and that'll do it for Throwback Thursday. 8 years and 1 day since my beautiful wife Michelle and I moved from ridiculously horrible business conditions in the state of Illinois to fantastic paradise here in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area. We are loving it. Hope you're loving wherever you are. And that'll do it for today, and I'll catch you back here again tomorrow on Foundation Friday. Over and out.